What's going on, Jerome's? Week 4 NFL action is in the books for the NFC North division, and the Vikings still lead the way with the tiebreaker over the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. Both teams, Vikings 3-1, Packers allegedly 3-1. Also, the Vikings are 2-0 in the division, which is important. The Bears fell at the Giants to go 2-2. They still might end up 2-15. I think it's coming back. Woo! As well as the Lions. About that. But the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers got a scare at Lambeau from Bailey Zappi. Yeah, that's right. It's like Bailey Zappi. He doesn't sound like a quarterback. It sounds like something that is like someone who drinks at work is like, I'm not drinking. I just had a little Bailey Zappi in there. Get out of here, man. And then also, you had the Lions. This is never not funny. It's fantastic, man. And then, of course, you got the Bears. Just watching Sunday Night Football. Just, what could have been? What could have been, man. But recapping the action, of course, the Vikings escaping London with a win. I mean, that's how historically what the Vikings did. They just came in, knocked some ish around, and then left with a victory. So there you go. So then you got, yes, a win is a win is a win. Should the Vikings have been more impressive against the Saints? Yes. Especially with their starting quarterback, running back, wide receiver, guard, safety out, but is what it is. Then you had the Patriots and the Packers. So the Packers fans, like, they're so happy and boisterous, and the national media is calling like, oh, Aaron Rodgers does it again, pulls it out of the fire in overtime, just leads them on a game-winning field goal drive, where they don't point out that he threw a pick six. They don't point out that he didn't win in regulation. They don't point out that he had to play catch-up at the end against Bailey Zappi and the Patriots, who also had a number of injuries at home. Cool. Fantastic. You got the Seahawks going in, put the bang thing on the Lions, where the scoreagami 48-5 is not indicative of how much in control the Seahawks were this entire game. Like Geno Smith looking like prime West Virginia Geno Smith, man, just throwing it all over the lot. And the Lions defense did not have an answer. I mean, and also they're down to 3 wide receivers at the end of the game. Like their only answer was, hey, here, Jamal Williams, go. It was messed up, man, but whatever. How do you score 45 points at home and lose? It's rough. And they got the Bears. How do you score 12 points on the road and expect to win? The offense is very poopy, and the Giants, I mean, the Giants were no prize pig either. Plus, Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor got hurt. So you got Saquon playing quarterback, and he still lost. Unimpressive. Anyway, the standings, like we mentioned, Vikings at 3-1, getting it done. Packers at 3-1. Now they head over to foggy London town, allegedly 3-1. They play the Giants. Then you got the Bears and the Lions. And take a look ahead at the remaining schedules. So week 5, of course, the Bears coming in, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Now the Vikings, by the time you're watching this, the Vikings will have landed back at Minneapolis. I think they're due back in about 2 a.m. local time. Now, this isn't too different than if they're playing Sunday night football somewhere. So body clock wise, hopefully there won't be any shenanigans. I think the Vikings will also benefit from having that short trip out to London as opposed to a long trip like the Saints. And then the Packers are going over playing the Giants in the UK. Now they're giving up a home game in this scenario, so they can travel out as soon as possible if they would like. Giants, Brian Daboll. One time, man. Well, one time. Lions are playing at the Patriots. They're 2-point dogs. Who knows who's going to be at quarterback? Probably not Mac Jones with that high ankle sprain, but maybe Brian Hoyer clears. It sounded like it was a concussion issue, but maybe Bailey Zappi gets a full week of practice and gets to put it on Dan Campbell. PC, bro. And the Lions. Of course, the Bears are playing at the Vikings. So, Vikings-wise, I mean, they just have to go in and, like, can we just be impressive? Like, week 1 was fantastic, but that was a long time ago, beating the Packers 23-7, making Aaron Rodgers look 80 years old. But it's the Bears. And the Bears are in the bottom of the rankings in nearly every statistical category: offense, defense, special teams. Justin Fields is not it at this moment in time. The defense has been porous. So can we just have like a nice like 35-6 type game? Can we do that? I mean, it would just be nice. Where I feel like 3-1 is nice. A win is a win. You are what your record says you are. But it would nice to be impressive in some of these wins, man. Like, you'll certainly take it, especially if you have no other if the only other option is losing or tying. And then you got the Bears coming in. It should be on a platter. It's a division game, yes, so they're always going to be tough and a near-run thing. But the Bears are garbaggio. Absolutely. So hopefully the Vikings don't play down to the Bears level, and Kevin O'Connell and Ed Dontel, they get their ish together. They put some crooked numbers on the board. Dontel starts blitzing, or they actually start getting pressure with 4. Can we find Danielle Hunter, please, one time? But it does feel like this team is starting to get things together, is starting to win close games, which they did not do as a unit in the last couple years. And a lot of these guys were here, well, certainly last year, and some of them 2+ years ago. So that is nice, and that gives them confidence in the back of their mind. It's like, hey, sometimes it's not your day, right? And if you start out poorly, or if you stub your toe, or if you run unlucky, or the other team gets a lucky break, you can still come back and win. That is important. That has value. But, I mean, how about just 40-6 against the Bears, week 5? One time, man. I mean, come on. But that's it. Let's take a look at the NFC North division standings. Your Minnesota Vikings are still atop due to tiebreakers, as well as being 3-1. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.